Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Transformers Legacy Generation Select DK-3 breaker figure. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a detailed look at him in both of his modes, help you decide how you want to display him. We'll have a look at the entire contents of the packaging, see what accessories come with him. We can also see how he looks and compares to some other figures that have shared the same mould, and we can also see how he looks and compares to his original Generation 1 and indeed I suppose Diaclone version. And of course we can see how he displays with some other figures that are in the same toy line. So quite a bit to get through with this video. So before we open the box, let's have a quick look at this new packaging, which to be honest I think is way better than the other Generation Selects packaging we had from the War for Cybertron trilogy. I'm loving the fact it's like a blueprint of course the figure inside. We've got the lovely logo there for Legacy, and indeed as you can see the figure, or the picture shall we say, does go around the side as well. Now again, before I open this up, I need to thank Robot Recruits, because that's the online toy store that I ordered this from, and as you can see they got it to me nice and safely. Now I have to confess, this colour scheme on here to me looks to be the best. And I really like it. I don't own, unfortunately, the original Diaclone version of this figure, which is of course basically like a blue Trailbreaker. But this particular colour scheme, wow, this is tough. As it's stuck, it's complete. Oh, there we go. I'm thinking is looking the best, to be honest. There's some crazy artwork on the inside. Let's see what this is. Everything is super snug, super snugly fit. There's the instructions, there's the actual figure. Let's just lift this up again just a little bit to see what's going on. I'm trying to see what is inside. I can't even make it out, to be honest. Just some crazy artwork. Looks good, not as good as what's on the front. The figure itself, which we can see just about, comes with little accessories in there. So what I need to do is set him free from there. We'll come back and we'll do some first impressions. Okay, so here he is, fresh outside the packaging, and as I've already stated, I'm loving the whole colour scheme on this. I think the blue on it really works. The head sculpt on it is fantastic. The red eyes look great. We've got two different types of silver there, so we've got like a sort of darker silver there. This is much brighter. You can see the gun coming over the back, and indeed this will move as well. Articulation wise, on the head, up and down, all the way around to the side, must be on either a mushroom or a ball and socket. The arms and the shoulders, of course, again will go all the way around. They are slightly restricted by the back, but we can also do the same with the actual arm inside that. We've got a swivel at the bicep, we've got a flexion, we've got a wrist swivel, we've got waist swivel, but it does knock the front off, as you can see. We've got legs, side, front, knee bend, ankle tilt and rock. Yeah, pretty much everything you would expect with one of these brand new figures. And yeah, obviously, as I say, we've got a couple of two-tone silvers there, well, grey and silver. The blue's looking good. He does still unfortunately have these gaps on the back of his legs, and I really wish they'd have just found a way to just fold that over back on itself. It would have been far better. It looks like I've completely disconnected that, I think, as I spun the waist, but as you can see in here, that just clicked back in place, no problem whatsoever. This is the accessory. It's pretty much the standard one, which comes with Trailbreaker as well, just in a different colour. And of course we've got the instructions there. Okay, what we're going to do now then, we're going to come back, have a quick look at him in his alternate mode. Okay, so we're back, and as you can see, he's in his alternate mode already. Quick apologies for no transformation process on this particular video. Couple of reasons. One is to keep the main length of the video down, and two is not to spoil it for people who want to experience that first transformation process for themselves. However, if you do want to see it, I will upload it separately, and you can of course watch it if you want to. So again, look, we're used to this mold now. As I say, it's nice, it's chunky, it's bulky, it works. The wheels all go around completely unrestricted, but we do still have this bit under here, the visible hand syndrome, which I'm sure they perhaps could have maybe stored them under there a little bit better. Otherwise, it's great. It really is good. You've got the lovely detail there on the front. We've got obviously the headlights. We've got the dark windscreen there. You can't see anything in the windscreen at all. As I say, wheels go around unrestricted. They've even got, as I say, the full tyres. They've got a slightly different colour on the inside. Maybe you can tell that it is a robot folded up. I'm not too sure, but I think they're getting away with it just because of the colour. And if you just have it even on a slight angle, you can't really tell there whatsoever. That is the accessory that comes loose on the back. There's another accessory which I'll show you in the next part, and as you can see, it serves its purpose. I said there's not much more to say about this mode at all. It does look good, but I'd be very surprised if people are actually displaying it in this mode. The Autobot logo on it is brilliant. The silver on here works really well, and again, it's just a great figure. With regards to comparing it to a G1, which of course is what it is based on, it is very similar. It's just that little bit bigger. I mean, look at the brilliant homages on the stickers. Fantastic, exactly what we want to see, especially with the Generation Selects paying that little bit more, that little bit of premium. I think these are definitely more aimed at the adult collectors, so it's nice that we get little bits like this that we can sort of relate to and indeed enjoy looking at. Right, what we're going to do now, then we're going to come back for the final time with him in his robot mode. Okay, we are back for the final time just to see how he looks with his accessories, do some comparisons, and to be honest, this is the way I'm going to be leaving him. I'm going to be displaying him in a robot mode. So I did use the word accessories, and that's because I haven't yet shown you this. What we can actually do with this, if we hold on to, I suppose, the waist quite tightly, you can then separate the whole back panel. I'm just going to reattach this over there, and what you've got now, this doubles up as a shield. So this is another added little gimmick, or an added little bonus, shall we say, that I suppose just again, I love the way they sort of do these little hidden Easter eggs or things with the Generation Selects. You do tend to get quite a bit more, usually an extra accessory or something like this. It's not the greatest shield, let's be honest, and of course we've got the normal handheld gun or weapon as well. It's just another little bonus, to be honest. They did it, as I say, with the trail cutter figure in IDW as well, which was quite good. But this again is a standalone and not an IDW version of a figure. You don't have to have it. You could also, by the looks of this, I think we can attach it sideways into the forearm. It's got the 5mm peg. We've got a cutout there, so let's have a look. I'm presuming that we can. Yep, there you go. That's slightly better. That looks a little bit more like a shield. Or of course we can just reattach it to the back where it came from. And I also think, yeah, we can literally reattach everything if we wanted to. So I can separate or take the gun out. Or this, with it being a brand new toy, obviously they do tend to get stuck sometimes, so I can, as I say, reattach the whole back panel like so. Let's see if this will go in, and then of course attach that on the back, up or down, however we've got it, same as when it's, as you saw, in the vehicle mode. Right, let's do a few comparisons then. So what we've got is the hoist mold there, which again is quite different. It's got all the extra tow bar and stuff, but the majority of it is pretty much, you can tell, exactly the same, different head sculpt, etc. And of course with Trailbreaker now, you can see again pretty much exactly the same. Now it does say that he's sporting a different head, but I can't see any of the differences, or on the waist, to be honest. I can't see many differences at all. I'm fully expecting, in honesty, to get a yellow version of this down the line, because there was a yellow version released in the Diaclone toy line, but you can see how well they all look together. In fact, let's just move these up here for now, because then, funnily enough, with the next comparisons I'm going to do is with the original G1 cells. Again, unfortunately, I don't have the Diaclone versions, but you can see where they've got where the homage is from and where the original figures came from. And funnily enough, talking of variants, this one is the Mexican variant of Trailbreaker, because he's got the black window, and the reason I picked this is because the black window is the same on there. If you want to see more information on him, he's got his own video as well. Right, one more that I didn't pick up and put on is yet another version of this particular mold. There is Lift Ticket. He also looks great, and as you can see, for a deluxe figure, if I just pick up Flame War let me just take the accessory out, just move you for now. You can see that the size is just, it's very big for a deluxe figure. It really is. It does look very good, and again displays really, really well. So I don't think there's much more to say about this apart from the fact that it's my favorite version of the mold, just purely because of the color scheme. I think it works really, really well. And I suppose I was just looking at this guy, you could perhaps call him a shattered glass version of Trailbreaker, but he's not at all. He is DK3 Breaker, my favourite version, just purely down to the colour scheme. I like the added fact that you've got the shield, but it's just mainly down to the colour scheme. My favourite version of the mould. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and take care.